Hello, today I will be discussing how to find the resting heart rate and resting blood pressure. So to find the resting heart rate, you will manually palpate the brachial artery and or the carotid artery. To find the blood pressure, you will apply gentle pressure with the tip of the middle and index fingers to one of the two areas that I've said. So first would be the radial artery, which lines up with the base of the thumb, or you can use the carotid artery on either side of the neck, just below the jawline. On the screen is the location of the brachial artery. So with the two fingers, you're gonna feel for the pulse. Coming up will be the area of the carotid artery, so your two fingers will be placed there. To find the blood pressure, you're gonna count from zero, starting at 0 to 15 seconds. Once you feel the beat, so once you start the clock and you count, you're gonna begin with 0 and then proceed to 1, 2, 3 as part of the count. Once you're done with the 15 seconds and you will multiply the number of beats in 15 seconds times 4, so you can find the total number of beats per minute. And that is during that this form of measuring blood pressure is acceptable during exercise, but it's better to count the beats for the whole minute to get a more accurate reading. And that's basically, resting heart rate, excuse me. To find resting blood pressure, you want to make sure the client has not consumed any caffeine or nicotine for the last 30 minutes. You want to make sure they've been sitting for at least 5 minutes with their back supported, so not on the exam table, with their legs uncrossed, their feet flat on the floor, and their arms supported at heart level. The client's elbows should be fully supported and slightly flexed. Place the cuff 1 inch above the crease of the elbow, the way it is being shown here on the screen. Um, the artery mark should line up with the brachial artery, which is right here. The center of the rubber bladder of the cuff over the radial artery. Center the rubber bladder over of the cuff over the brachial artery, which is what he's doing right here. This is the bladder. Um, So as a person is demonstrating here, you're going to want to place the stethoscope head flat over the brachial artery, which is where the location is currently at. Quickly inflate the cuff to 200 millimeters of mercury, which is what he did. And as he is taking the reading, he is releasing the pressure valve at a rate of 2 to 3 millimeters of mercury per second. To measure the blood pressure, the first sound that you will hear is the systolic blood pressure. So it's going to be like a little thump whenever you put it in your ears. The next sound you're looking for is disappearance of the sound, so complete silence. Once you initially hear the silence, that is going to be the reading of the diastolic blood pressure. Listen for diastolic blood pressure. Once you have identified it, you will deflate the cuff rapidly to 0. Wait, um, always record in even numbers, so round up to the nearest even millimeters of mercury. Take two separate blood pressure readings. If the two readings are not within 5 millimeters of mercury of each other, either the systolic blood pressure or the diastolic blood pressure, a third trial is needed. Average of the least two recordings. Average of at least two re, An average of at least two readings on two separate occasions are needed for a true sense of an individual's blood pressure. Blood pressure should be measured on both arms during the first visit. The arm with the highest reading should be used from then on. If there is not enough time, the default arm is the left arm. The same arm should be used for both resting and exercise blood pressure. Thank you.